Now, I know I'm late on this. This news came out at least 24 hours ago since the time we recording this video, but I felt like I needed to take some time to really think about this and really take it in. If you don't know, maybe you're not chronically online, you're just not tapped into internet news when it comes to gaming, but Sony recently announced that going forward from 2028 and with the PS6, that they will be going digital only on this platform. At first, I was just straight up angry about it like everybody else. But then I thought about it some more. You know what? I'm still angry about it. There's nothing redeeming about this. And I'm sure if you watch a bunch of videos, everyone pretty much has kind of the same takes. Now, I'm not a physical game collector. For me, it's purely about money, basically, and freedom. Now, I liken this to be a lot like being at the airport and needing to buy some food. When you're at the airport, those of you who travel, you know, a Chick-fil-A combo out in the world costs about half as much as it costs in the airport. Maybe $12.99 if you're out in the world at a regular strip mall or something, but that same combo is $20+ sometimes in the airport. Why? Captive audience. They know they got you. There's nowhere else you can go. There's nowhere else you can buy food. So they gouge you on the price. Yes, there's all that stuff about, yes, they're in the airport and it, costs them a little bit more money to be in the airport, but it's not that much. They're definitely gouging you. And PlayStation will do the same. If the only place you can buy games is from PlayStation through PlayStation, they will get you. I mean, we already see this. There's a game that I really wanted, Soul Hackers 2. I've been holding off on buying this game for a while. Right now, there's basically 3 ways I can buy this game. I can get a used disc, I can buy it on Steam on sale or something for PC because I do have a gaming PC, or I can get it off the PlayStation Store. If I get a used disc, it's what, $24.99 somewhere. If I go on Steam, it's like $17.99 right now for the deluxe edition with all the DLC. But for the plain straight up version that's on the PlayStation Store right now, it's $59.99, full price for this game. And we all have examples of something like that happening, and it will be the same. Now, they make the argument that everything is digital now, and it's true. Most of us do have at least some digital games. I don't have a ton of digital games, but I do have some. But things like Steam or Epic Game Store or whatever, PC gaming is what they call it, is all digital. However, the reason why PC works the way it does is because there are multiple platforms in which you can buy your games. There's some competition there. So you wind up getting games at much better prices. And that's what it all comes down to for me, is pricing. We are going to get screwed. And as such, for me, it's a hell nah for the PS6. PS6, if the PS6 winds up actually being all digital, because we never know, the backlash might be big enough where they change their mind on this. If it really does wind up being all digital, PlayStation, that's it for me. I will not be buying a PS6. I'll be phasing out my PlayStation stuff. I might switch all the way to Xbox, but they're kind of going the same way. And honestly, so is Nintendo. But Nintendo seems to be more tapped in a little. They still got discs, or not discs, cartridges or whatever. So we'll see. I just don't see myself buying a PlayStation at that price. That is just ridiculous. And like I said, I gave myself some time to really sit and think, decide how I really felt about this. And I'm upset, and I think it's pretty much disgusting like everybody else. Never mind being a physical game collector, because I'm not a physical game collector. I don't collect games. I do have some games that I have physically, mainly for the Switch 2 right now, but I'm not really collecting them because most of them, as soon as something comes out that I want or something else, I probably wind up trading it in or selling it or even letting someone else borrow it. And the biggest thing for me here is the choice. Companies do not have your best interest at mind when they're able to take away your choice and make things be done a very specific way and down a very specific road. They will not be responsible. They will not think from the consumer. They will not give us deals. The prices will be higher than they were before. I think people aren't making a big enough deal about this. All of us people in the community who make videos and all this stuff, of course, we're saying something, but your average consumer, they just need to speak up. This is really a bad thing. So yes, it's true. A lot of people are buying games digital. More people buy digital than physical. But that was a choice that they made. They decided to go that way. Now, when you're forced to go that way, I'm telling you, things are going to change. And we're all most gamers are pretty upset about this. And even when you think of it from their, those used game stores, retro gaming stores where they sell stuff, I think they'll be okay for the short term, but in the long term, for years and years to come, because most of these people are making this their living, 10 years from now, I would assume that they still want to be in the retro game business, I suppose. But 10 years from now, the PlayStation 6 might be considered an older system, but you won't be able to deal in those games at all because they're all digital, unless they find some way for you to trade digital codes. But I don't see that happening either. So there's a lot of people whose businesses are negatively affected by this as well. No one really cares too much about GameStop. They're a huge business. I'm sure they're going to figure out a way to make money at this. But some of the smaller mom and pop, as they call them, brick and mortar stores, this is definitely going to be an issue for them leading into the future. In what way that's going to show up, we just don't know. What I'm hoping is that the backlash is large enough and visceral enough that Sony backs off of this. I don't know if you guys remember, I don't remember what year it is at the top of my head, but when the original, not really original, but when the Xbox One came out, they had a bunch of pretty innovative digital things that they wanted to do, but the backlash was so bad that they had to back off of that. So this is something that the industry has been looking at for a long time, and they've been wanting to do this for a long time. I still just think it's too early. We're not ready yet. And we just know that the prices are just going to gouge us like crazy. So this was more just a yap session / rant video that I just wanted to throw up right quick. It's going to be minimally edited. Let me know what you guys think about this. I think most people are feeling sort of the same way I'm feeling. However, but for what reason? Everyone has a different reason why they feel like this is bad news. But if you actually feel like this might be a good thing, that it could be beneficial in some sort of way, I'd like to hear that too. Maybe it's a perspective I've never thought of. But with that, I just wanted to get my thoughts off my chest and see what everyone else has to say. And with that being said, L Double the Gamer, y'all. I'm out.